What you hear right now is the work of 18-year-old Kaylee Lauren, and she is the future of business. She is a motivated, independent music boss with 6 songs out currently, music videos, and an online merchandise shop. Her next goal is releasing an EP of music and launching a tour to listen to her fans sing her songs and be able to hug them. I have absolutely no doubt we'll all be listening to Kaylee from a very, very big stage someday. Now, let's get to business. Hey everybody, this is the Businessy Podcast. I am your host, Tatiana Ryan, and I have got a super motivated girl with me here today. Her name is Kaylee Lauren, and she is a singer-songwriter, and you're going to be blown away by what she is doing right now. She's 18 years old, she's from LA, and she reached out to me because this girl is super motivated to get her music out there. Welcome, Kaylee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it is my pleasure. And I am so excited to talk with somebody who is so motivated to get all of her career started. You're 18, girl.
Thank you for that intro.
No problem. You are 18 years old. You're based in LA. You are writing, directing, producing, and doing all of your own music. Like, when did you decide that you wanted to be in music?
So I've been singing my whole life. I've always wanted to be a singer. When I was a little girl, I would just be singing for my whole family at dinners and at parties. I was like always super outgoing and just wanting to just dance and sing and act. And I never really thought of the songwriting part of being an artist. And a couple of years ago, like kind of mid 2020, I was going through really hard mental health struggles, and I didn't know how to express myself or how to express those feelings to people around me. So I started writing and just kind of figuring out how to write songs by researching and just teaching myself, I guess. And ever since then, I just can't stop writing, and it's become such a blessing in my career, and I love it so much.
Well, taking all of that into your own hands has done very, very well. You have cultivated 2 million streams, 32,000 listeners each month, and you even had a billboard in Times Square. Like, this is the new norm for teenagers. You have the internet, and everything is so easily accessible to you that you can do this by yourself now.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, obviously having a record label or a team behind you works wonders, but you can also, there's so much advantages with social media and gaining your own connections by just emailing, get yourself out there,
Well, you also have a lot of your own, as you said, a team is great, but you are in charge of everything yourself.
Yeah.
You're creative. You have, how do you think it's changing that maybe the teams aren't going to be, as useful in the future?
I feel like when you kind of find what works for you and you just keep doing that and keep going, I think things will just come to fruition and things will work out for you in ways you can't even imagine. I reach out to podcasts and interviews and magazines and producers, and that's how I get connections. And this person knows that person, and this person posts on their Instagram, and you just never know what a connection can do for you unless you reach out. And I've just learned that, and I've always been a super independent person. I'm very blessed to have family and friends around me that always support me, but I always kind of just do my own thing. And I think if I can continue to do that and just be independent, that would be great. I mean, it's working so far.
Yes, it is. Now, who do you credit as your biggest influences? Because I was listening to all of your music on iTunes, and it goes from super melancholy to like a huge dance beat.
I think I've really been loving Madison Beer's music lately. I actually went to her like iHeartRadio show last night. I got invited to go like watch her perform, and she was incredible. I've met her before. I've got to talk to her before, and her music is just so relatable and so emotional, but the melodies are like so nostalgic in a way, and so like I don't know, they're just really amazing. Her music is magical, and I literally wish that I could collab with her one day because I feel like I take on a lot of inspiration from her music and feel like our voices would complement each other. I don't know.
Well, there, hey, put it out there. That's how you manifest it, right?
Yeah.
Going to a show last night, you just posted on Twitter, you're having your own show in LA. When?
This is August 16th. I'm doing a We Found New Music showcase. It's a pretty big showcase in LA, and I'm really excited. There's going to be a couple more artists playing the same night, and I'm excited to meet people. I'm excited to meet my fans. I know a couple of them already got tickets, and I'm really excited. So, yeah.
Making a fan base, you're harnessing technology in every single aspect of everything. You just did a release party via Zoom. How
Yeah.
did that go?
It was amazing. I love doing Zoom release parties because I could just like talk to my fans and talk to people who connect to my lyrics and my music, and they really understand me and they really get what I'm trying to convey in my music, and I really appreciate that, and I love them with my whole heart, and I just want to meet them and hug them and invite them to every show one day. I'm so excited.
No, that's cool. And do you think, like what you said a little bit ago, having that area in your life where you had a little bit of a mental health problem and having that connection to your fans, do you think that helps them maybe if they're sometimes in the same situation?
Yeah, I mean, I get messages all the time from my fans and even people who just discovered me, that say that they really relate to my music and they feel so connected to my artistry and my lyrics and that it helps them through hard times. And that makes like my heart so warm, and I feel so grateful that I'm able to share my music and like help people with my feelings and my lyrics and just my vulnerability, I guess. And I've always wanted to do that. I always look up to artists and I'm like, wow, like I really feel that way, and they conveyed that in a song, and now I'm an artist that can do that for so many people in the world, and I just love it. I'm so happy.
Being 18 years old and being so motivated to get this career started, but you're also 18. What do you do in your spare time to keep you grounded and say, remember, hey, I'm still just a kid too?
Honestly, I work myself so hard that like, okay, so I would love to give myself more time to relax and ground myself, but sometimes I get this feeling, and I feel like some of us can relate to this, that I'm being unproductive when I'm not working so hard. And like time's running out. I'm going to be 19, or I'm going to like get older, and I get these like anxious feelings, but I mean, I've kind of learned to give myself a break sometimes. I go to the beach and it's just so beautiful. It's so relaxing. And I just hang out with friends, and that really grounds me and, allows me to still have fun as a teenager. And yeah, I mean, I struggle with it too. Like, even though I'm 18, I still feel like I have to like do everything I can right now, like not waste time, but it's important to relax too.
But do you think that's a positive also, that you're so motivated right now that, you love it so much? You're like,
Yeah.
let me do it now. Let me get it all done now.
Yeah, obviously, like I have conversations with my producer, and he tells me like, this is great. Like, don't stop. Just be motivated. Like, be grateful that you do have this like in you right now, and use all the energy you can and just use what you have right now. But also Yeah, of course, it's a good thing. Like, I get a lot of opportunities by being motivated and not giving myself time to relax and just keep working hard. But I think there's a fine line, and I have yet to find that.
You not only do all of the music, but you have your own merchandise store too. Do you get the creativity from the music, or do you have help with trying to get the creativity for like doing all of the merchandise and, taking pictures and doing all that stuff and the videos? Where do you find the motivation to do all of that and the creativity with that also?
I think I watch my favorite artists. Like, I love watching podcasts and documentaries, and I just love to see what it's like in their world, like where I want to be one day and how they're on tour. And I think that motivates me the most. Like, just seeing artists on tour, like that's the next big thing I want to do soon. Like, um, but yeah, just kind of seeing where other people are in their careers and just being motivated by their success. And I think it takes a lot of strength as a human being to like see someone who's bigger or more famous than you and not see it in a way of jealousy, but see it in a way of like, they were just like me like before, and they worked really hard, and I can do the same by working hard. And again, I'm only 18. Sometimes I have to remember that, like you said. And I think just, yeah, watching people succeed and live their dreams in a, cool perspective, not a jealous perspective, like, is really been helpful.
What advice would you give someone who doesn't really believe in their talents and is kind of on that line to say, well, maybe I'm not good enough. I'll never be that person.
Um, I think I think you should just work towards what you want and don't listen to what anyone says about if you're not meant to do this, or you're too old, you're too young, you're not this, you're not that. Don't listen to anyone if that is one of the reasons that unmotivates you, because obviously people have told me that before. And you just have to stay strong and work hard towards what you want. And obviously there's something inside of you that's telling you to go after what you want. There's like a reasoning, like this is meant to be. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like there's always been a spark inside me that's wanted to be a singer, and I have to follow that. I have to follow my intuition and just kind of believe in the fact that there's a reason that I want this so badly. And don't listen to the outside noise. I know it's easier said than done, but it takes time. It takes practice. I'm not there yet. I'm still working on it, but just try to believe in yourself. Know that there's a reason why you want things in life.
Being an 18-year-old and having to deal with school and friends and stuff like that, have you ever had to deal with a situation where you had to disassociate yourself because somebody was putting you down or told you couldn't do it? Or
Yeah, definitely. There's been many friends that, I've had in the past, and I kind of heard things behind my back, and I heard things that just didn't resonate with who I am as a person, and I didn't want to connect with those people anymore. And I think it's okay to let go of people that aren't 100% supporting you. I think, like, those people are not meant to be on this chapter of your life. Maybe they were before, but we're moving on. We're moving on to the next chapter, and sometimes the universe will take people out of your path because they're not meant to be there at this time. So I just try to believe that.
let's talk fashion. Where do you get your fashion inspiration from?
Wow. I love Pinterest. I love creating boards, vision boards on there. Some of my style inspos right now, probably like, I love Madison Beer's style. Obviously, was just talking about her. I really love Nessa Barrett's style. She definitely has a more dark influence in her style, but I kind of love that and a mix of my own style. But yeah, I think just kind of like preppy, like, I don't know what I'm kind of wearing right now. I love that kind of stuff. I actually went to New York Fashion Week last year, and I got invited, and it was just so interesting to see all the fashion there. Like, it's so cool, and you have to like dress the best and bring your coolest outfits, and it's really fun. I love fashion.
So that's all preparing you for where you're going in life. Was that intimidating to go there?
Honestly, I love New York with my whole heart, that I don't care what I'm doing there. I just want to be there. So I was so happy to go. And the first time I went with my mom and my friend, and second time I actually went with my dad, which was really funny and really cool. He was like my personal paparazzi. He would just follow me everywhere, stand in the lines with me. It was so cute, and we had such a great time. But yeah, fashion is the best. I love it.
Is your dad photo dad? Is he the one that like does all the pictures and everything too?
He is very talented. Like that. I think he should have been a photographer in his next life, definitely.
Now, do you have brothers and sisters, and how are they dealing with everything that because you're really getting into all this?
Yeah, I actually have one brother. His name is Landon. He's like my best friend. He's 3 years younger than me. I always try to include him in everything I do. You know, sometimes he just wants to do his own thing, but tonight we're actually going to another concert, and I invited him and his friend, and I always just want to make sure he doesn't feel like my parents are, you know, focusing on me or my career. I want him to also feel like, you know, he's just as special, he's just as important, and I always try to include him in that. But yeah, it's my brother.
Wow, you have got like, you're so grounded with everything. And it's so cool to hear how focused you are with not only the music, but keeping family together with everything. What do you plan for the future?
Tour. I want to go on tour. Like, I want to meet all my fans in different cities. I've only played shows in Los Angeles, and I would love to play a show in New York. I think one of my dream venues is Radio City Music Hall. That's so cool. And every time I go to New York, I just take a picture outside of it. Like, one day I could put them side by side when I'm actually playing Radio City Music Hall. Yeah, but I think touring would be such a cool experience for me and my fans. I really want to, it's a different experience when people are singing the lyrics back to you. I think it's an amazing thing, and I would love to experience that. And I hope maybe this year.
Well, it sounds like you have everything all figured out, and you're putting it down. I said, you're just manifesting it and meditating it, but you're also taking the steps towards it. So that's the really most important thing, is you're not just sitting there saying, okay, well, I want this, but you are working towards it. You're reaching out to people. You're doing all the things. Where can everybody find you on social media?
All streaming platforms, it's Kaylee Lauren, and all socials, it's Kaylee Lauren _ Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And where can everybody get tickets for your show in August?
It is at the link in my bio on my Instagram, and it's also always like on my story. I'm always promoting it. So yeah.
Okay, we'll link that in there so you can sell tickets through there too.
Thank you.
Kaylee, this has been such a fun time with you, talking all kinds of things with your music. And again, I thank you so much that you reached out to me, and you really, we're going to push you. Let's get you going.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
No problem. I am Tatiana Ryan. This is the Business E Podcast. And you're going to have to listen to Kaylee Lauren's song after we head out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I look in the mirror and I see someone that makes me unhappy. I look around and see the beauty of the girls I wish I could be. Comparing myself has become a hobby. Drain myself and end up empty. I say I don't care what they think, but it's the only thing making me sing. I wish I could love me the way I love others. Could help myself, but I don't even bother. I'm drowning, but I'm all alone. I seem fine, but they'll never know. Playing games in my head, mascara stains on my bed. I'm trying to keep my tears dry, saying I'm fine, but it's a lie. Am I my worst enemy? Maybe my thoughts are killing me. Second guess myself because there's something wrong with me. Seems real when everybody tends to leave. I'm breaking, but they say I'll be okay. Can't handle love, cause I push it all away. Maybe I'll try talking some more now, but it's almost as if I'm being too loud. Wish I could love me the way I love others. Could help myself, but I don't even bother. Drowning, but I'm all alone. I seem fine, but they'll never know. Playing games in my head, mascara stains on my bed. I'm trying to keep my tears dry, saying I'm fine, but it's a lie. Am I my worst enemy? Maybe my thoughts are killing me. Second guess myself because I think that I am not enough. The damage I cause myself is hard to believe. I'm stuck with the thoughts and it makes it hard to breathe. Fill in the empty space to run from the pain.